Edge of this thing on?
Yep.
You sure?
Mm-hmm.
How do you know?
It's green.
Okay. Here.
Class of 2023 rocks.
Yeah, I think it's on. Anyways. Today you will watch a demonstration on the in-ranks inspection process. Today's demonstration will be for educational purposes, so while the cadets shown are not being graded, the process is all the same. All platoons will form before the inspection begins, along with the company guide. It is only when the company first sergeant calls the company to attention can the platoon be properly formed. The first platoon sergeant will call the command, dress right, dress. On the command of execution, dress right, dress, all members of the squad will raise their left arm to shoulder height and their heads face right. The last squad member does not raise his left arm. The squad leader does not face right, and proceed to align the first squad of their platoon. After the squad is aligned, the next platoon sergeant will align the first squad of the first platoon. Once the platoon has properly been aligned, the platoon sergeant will give the command, ready front. On the command of execution, front of ready front, all platoon members assume the position of attention. The platoon sergeant then faces the first sergeant. The first sergeant will give the command, receive the report. The platoon sergeant will then execute an about face and give the command report. The squad leader from each platoon in descending order will salute and report how many cadets are absent from their squad, dropping the salute after the platoon sergeant has matched their salute. The platoon sergeant will then face the first sergeant to give the report of how many cadets are absent from the platoon. They will then salute while giving this report, dropping their salute after being matched by the first sergeant. The first sergeant will then give this report to the company commander when they walk up. The company commander will then give the command, post, at which time the first sergeant and platoon sergeant will head to the rear, as the platoon leaders come to the front as in marching. On the chance a platoon sergeant is also a leader, they will take 2 steps forward. The guidon will also take an additional step. The company commander will then tell the platoon leaders to prepare their platoons for inspection, at which time the leaders will give the command, open ranks, march, in which the first squad will take 2 30-inch steps forward, the second squad will take 1 30-inch step forward, the third squad will remain in their position, and the fourth squad will take 2 15-inch steps to the rear. The platoon leader will then give the command, dress right, dress again, to realign the platoon, as the sergeants did, then giving parade rest once finished. The commander would then call the first sergeant and have them follow them through the inspection. As the company commander gets close to the platoon leader will call their platoon to attention. The commander will then ask the leader to follow them through the platoon and inspect them as they go along to the first squad. Once at the first squad, the platoon leader will have all remaining squads go to parade rest. Once all the first squad has been inspected, the commander will head to the second squad. The leader will call this squad to attention in advance. Once at the beginning of the second squad, the leader will call the previous squad to parade rest. This will repeat until they reach the platoon sergeant in the rear. I would like to take this time to disclose a special thank you to the staff of the 2022-2023 school year, Bulldog Battalion. This is Cadet Lieutenant Colonel retired Tyler Casper. When the platoon has been fully inspected, the platoon leader will then make haste to ensure they are in front of the commander to call their platoon to attention as they do. The leader will then thank the commander for inspecting their platoon and wait for them to step off. Once gone, they will give the command, close ranks march. Fourth squad takes 1 30-inch step forward, third squad stands fast, second squad takes 2 15-inch steps back, and first squad takes 4 15-inch steps back, setting the platoon at parade rest as the inspection continues. This process will then be repeated for all remaining platoons. Once all platoons have been inspected, the commander and the first sergeant will head to the rear to inspect the first sergeant and any members that are not affiliated with any platoon.
All right, rest.
Commander will then come back to the front, calling the company to attention through the trickle effect of company, followed by platoon leaders, platoons, and the commander calling attention.
I can't hear you.
Aye, aye, Captain.
First sergeant.
The commander will once again call the first sergeant and turn over the command to them. The platoon leaders will then return to their posts as the platoon sergeants come back to their position. At this point, the first sergeant will turn over the command to the platoon leaders, who will then follow the platoon. This concludes the NRACE inspection demonstration. Thank you all for listening. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. I'll be coming out with a video probably in about 2035. Have a good day. You want to say anything, Edge?